Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. The football session between Harambee Stars and the DRC Football Club showcased and revealed just what real power is. During that day, the president passed as usual through the VIP section and got to the arena. Then moments later, Karen Nyamu and the government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura tried to gain entry and they were denied, despite the fact that they are known members in the public domain. Now, what shocked many is the fact that after they had been denied entry through the VIP gate, Raila Amolo Odinga, accompanied by Winnie Odinga and Casmuel came through the same gate and they were allowed in. Baba. Now that video of Casmuel accompanying Raila to Kasarani sparked speculations. Others were saying he has replaced Sifuna because they say Sifuna is very eloquent. The other day we were told that Jared, who is the member of parliament of Nyando, is as eloquent as Sifuna and therefore he can replace him. Due to the eloquence and articulate nature of Casmuel, some people were saying that maybe Raila is grooming him. But then it also sparked another debate. And one of the videos that accompanied that very video is a video of Casmuel being protected by security officers when the younger generation and his peers were baying for his blood because they feel Casmuel betrayed them. This is the video.
Wewe Casmuel kata keki wewe. Casmuel kata keki. Akate keki Casmuel. Akate keki. Wewe Casmuel. Casmuel. Kata keki wewe Casmuel. Casmuel kata keki. Casmuel akate keki. Casmuel akate. Casmuel kata keki jo Casmuel. Casmuel kata keki acha hizo.
And the reason why that video was going viral was because some people wanted to juxtapose between real power. Is it the power of the powers that be, powers of the UDA, powers of the police, powers that allows you to get through the VIP section when others are denied entry, or the power of the people, the power of the youths, the power of the electorate? Now, before we move further, I want to show you just how the people's power is getting into others' nerves, because it is not only Casmuel who felt that power. At one point, he was allowed to get through the VIP section, but that is just a once-in-a-life moment. Now, he was with the people who at some point they were walking together, singing together. Now they didn't want him. I don't know exactly when that video was taken, but I want to take you to another politician who really felt it, because Kenyans don't want people who breathe hot and cold. Ledama is the senator of Narok. Now, just recently, the government had showed plans to privatize pipeline, the ongoing privatization, what they call public-private partnership. And he didn't feel good about it. He felt this was a wrong move. So this is what Ledama said. I just want to show you how it backfired on him, right on his face. And we compare to what is happening to Casmuel, and we will see where real power starts and ends. So Ledama said this: privatizing a national pipeline that's key to the country, think twice. Critical infrastructure needs strong oversight, not profit-driven control. Cyber threats, sabotage risks, and weakened accountability are real dangers. Government must safeguard what protects us. Hashtag national security and infrastructure. So in this tweet, Ledama is seen as advising William Ruto to think twice because he is opposing the planned privatization of the pipeline. Now, I want you to look at some of the replies that he got. Someone told him, "You cannot be complaining online." They feel Ledama has a responsibility as a senator to go and complain, to go and even make laws and rally his fellows to reject this. Another person was telling him, hey, that's low-key choir master. You know, the praise and worship team, those who have been supporting William Ruto, Ledama has been part of it, supporting William Ruto. So they feel that this is pretense. By now coming and it tries to criticize William Ruto. So they tell him he's a low-key choir master. And they say, I know William Ruto will just give you tender to supply beans to government of Kenya and you'll shut up. Another person says, hey, another shout out for a brown envelope. Masai, this is getting exhausting. You see what people think, that is making noise so that he can be given something, because he has been supporting William Ruto. The last one, because the comments were so many. Sasa wewe unatuambia nini, and you are part of the oppressor. That's what people feel, that he has been dining with the government that be. I want to, or this one says, hot and cold, senators and MPs now blog instead of passing laws in parliament. If you can see it, how do you want us to help you? Wow, it's just interesting. The last one, suddenly Ledama is clever. Akishiba and Akimia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is my point here? Ledama Lekina is meeting the online wrath of the people. And if this was an occasion where he was addressing people and saying, Ruto, hafai kuuza, these people would have shouted at him, would have shouted him down. Wacha wewe unataka brown envelope. This is the kind of attitude that Kenyans have developed. They don't want people who breathe hot and cold. Once you are part of the oppressor, remain there. Because when they are needed to speak, they don't. So for Casmuel Makoure, it's almost the same thing. But I want to tell you just how Ledama Lekina summarized this after he had seen what was happening. The power of the people is very paramount. And I want to read to you. Now, this last one looks like a warning to Casmuel, a warning to those who feel that they are closer to power. And I wonder whether he was speaking to himself, predicting his future, or a warning how people reacted on social media. This is what Ledama is saying. There are those guys looking to get ahead by doing what they think the boss wants. Then they find out they are wrong. Politics is getting dirtier by the day. 2027 will be a true casino. You understand what Ledama is saying? That there are those guys who are looking to get ahead by doing what they think the boss wants. Then they find out they are wrong. Politics is getting dirtier. Now, have you seen those parliamentarians who, instead of listening to the people, they listen to William Ruto, or they listen to Raila, or they listen, instead of listening to the people? In fact, there's going to be a very big debate and a headache to politicians coming from Mount Kenya. Those who supported in one way or the other the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, this is the curse that is going to follow them. They have been condemned to political obscurity. You do that which you think your boss wants, then you realize you are wrong. Casmuel is close to the power now, the powers that be. He can go through the Kasarani VIP section. But then he meets the people, they're paying for his blood. So which power is better? You better get close to William Ruto and Raila, or you get closer to the people. The choice is yours. Ledama on one point says Ruto is good. Then William Ruto, he realizes that this man he's praising is not good. He wants to get ahead with the privatization of people's property. So people feel like, we told you that this government does not mean well to us. You protected it. Now you want to come and pretend that you are criticizing it. And you can see people rejected him. Casmuel Makore is a person who can no longer walk freely. Can you imagine that he must have security around him? And I know this is going to be replicated. People like Kimani Chungwa decided to dine with the government. But come 2027, Ledama says it is going to be like a casino because politics is getting dirtier. You either listen to the people who elected you and be re-elected, or you defy them, work for the powers that be, and you are rejected forever. Maybe you now look for appointments like ambassadorial positions, being in parastatal heads. But this is going to be very difficult because watu wengi wanaingoja, si wewe peke yako. What message you do give to Casmuel Makore or to Ledama Lekina? Because Ledama has summarized it. Decide which side. You're either with the broad-based or you are with the opposition. 2027 is going to be a battle between, as usual anyway, the battle between the status quo and the powers of change. Which side are you? Because you can be, the temporary protection that you get from the powers that be is short-lived. The real protection comes from the people who elected you. Once you do that which they command you, because that is the meaning of democracy. A government of the people by the people, a government of the people for the people by the people. You only do that which they want. Do you remember the Finance Bill 2024? How leaders failed to listen to the people of Kenya. They passed it and bragged and they were chest thumping. Then before they knew it, hell broke loose. They were running battles. Gen Z's occupied parliament. What followed is something that we do not want to imagine, just because of the carelessness and the recklessness of the MPs who are paid by taxpayers' money. The government and the police started following, following Gen Z's up and down. They were kidnapped, they were killed. Why? Just because of sheer negligence, listening to the executive instead of listening to the people. So Casmuel is enjoying that temporary power. In the unlikely event that Ruto is going to be re-elected, then so be it. He will enjoy some power. But if William Ruto and Raila finally loses, I don't know what will happen. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen?